The original PC might win the case. Nah. It's totally going to be just how they want to bend it, really. At the end of the day, there is a reality to how the laws are set up and whether things are done by a city or a state, and which ones those lines or the boundaries represent. Well, the police want to bend things, that's for sure. So it'll be interesting. I mean, I haven't read all the Constitution and shit. You know, this was just me fucking around to see what would happen, and here we are. So. I don't think it matters what's written by them anyway, no matter what. Because you can't claim jurisdiction from a city that you're running. It doesn't make sense. The state would have to authorize you, a mayor or a council, to have jurisdiction out of the city. And if the legislation is focused on the city itself, and that's where the council is elected from, then I don't know. They're not state officials. They can't change the state laws. It's just not how it is. Who the fuck's the state? Well, who knows? That's not really defined in that constitution either. So. Well, the class 2 is relevant as well. Like, it's all sort of irrelevant. There's still the whole thing is, am I still a police officer? Because I was a state police officer, right? And if it was the city that redid the policing, then the state one wouldn't be affected, I don't think. So I don't know. Well, there is the state that they talk to. That's not a question. Like, the state exists, but you've got to understand. Well, from how it was written when we were reading the legislation is that they don't make state law, right? They only make city law, and it's all based on Los Santos. So no matter what they write after that, it's irrelevant because it's based on the original legislation. And if Soze was a state police officer, okay, I don't know what law I would have broken then to be driving a police vehicle back to PD. Or having a firearm, or doing anything, really. I mean, it's not up to me to articulate that, so it's got to be up to them. The state you worked for collapsed. So if the state collapsed entirely, then who's the state? It doesn't exist then. So it's even more prevalent that it wouldn't exist. You're only saying that it's even less of authority, if that was the case. If citizens of Paleto and Sandy vote for council members, does that mean they're under council jurisdiction? No. It's whatever the legislation says. It's irrelevant. Just because a city allows people from outside to vote on city legislation doesn't mean that their law is bound elsewhere. That doesn't make sense. That's like saying, like, because I vote in a country election, then now I have power in a different state. That's like the most fucking